Your energy always matches your investment. So if your investment is always half-assed, your results have to be half-assed. I think you're afraid to make decisions other than, I'll make a decision to go here and see what happens. Those are all half-assed decisions. Do you notice you chose to move here because you wanted something, but you probably weren't clear about what it was, right? Now you're going to make another decision based on what? You haven't fully chosen it, I can tell, because you're doing it out of need. I have to go here and make some money. And so you're being drugged there in a sense, out of necessity. You're not making it a choice. If you really want it to work, you have to choose it. Everything in life is tension. Everything in life revolves around tension. Anything that results in life that gives you a powerful result results around tension. And in the resolution of tension, you grow. Like a baby grows under tension, right? A baby is birthed under tension. Tree grows, the seed has to, break the seed and dig through the ground and grow upwards to grow into a tree under tension. So if you're half-ass facing the tension, you don't grow. The guys that really succeed look right into the tension of what they want to create, own it, say, I'm going to face it completely, choose it, and then walk forward into it and create results in it. You say, I'm going to step into tension, I'm going to go to Bucharest, get to Bucharest, and then I don't know what I really want, so I'm just going to sit here and let whatever happens happen to me. And then therefore, your results are the same. Same thing's happening in London right now. Because your choice to go to London is out of fear. It's not a proactive choice, it's a reactive choice. So think about that today as we go through this. So the first thing we're talking about is decision. It's choosing. I was thinking about it a lot before this, but then when I went to North Carolina with Dave, we were sitting with David Nagel, and he said you're one decision away from basically power, from results, from getting back into action. I thought he's really right. Most people won't make that decision, or they half-ass make the decision. Same thing I was illustrating with him. And you're always one decision away from being back in the game. It's not the what you do, it's the fact that you decide to do it and you fully commit energetically. You're like, I want to do that, or I'm choosing that, or I don't want to do it, but I'm going to choose it and step into it anyways, fully committed. I'm not going to try, I'm going to do. That's what puts you back in the tension. Once you're back in the tension then starts growing whatever you're working on. The only way something grows is if you're fully proactively stepping into the tension. Does that make sense to you guys? So when you're calling me at 4 in the morning, texting me, crying and whining, and I'm saying, well, just feel it. No, it won't work. No, nothing will work. And you're refusing to make a decision other than to be a victim, right? So you chose being a victim, and you were doing that beautifully. And you had that down. And the way you resolve that is by making a new decision, but then fully committing to it. Most people, when they make a decision, they don't fully commit either. It's, I'm either avoiding, I'm trying, like I'm going to try this, well, I have to do this, or I actually choose it and I want to do it. And you can, if you become cognizant of the one you're doing, you can switch to another one very quickly. So become really clear about this. You know the story of Horm, right? He did a journal for 2 days straight. Every half hour he journaled all the tension he was stepping into. Everything. The tension you step into represents a decision you make in that moment. Does that make sense to you guys? It's a proactive decision or a reactive decision, but it's a decision. For 2 days straight, 3 days straight actually, he went one extra day, he journaled all day long, all the decisions he made, and he was noting next to each one whether he was avoiding that tension, whether he was stepping into that tension, and out of have to, or whether he was actually choosing it. I want to do this. I'm choosing this energy. And he noticed that in 3 days, he was avoiding 70% of the tension in his life, stepping into 20% because he had to, and only 10% because he wanted to. That explained why he was so miserable at that time. Do you see why that would make for a very miserable life? So for an example of this is his alarm clock in the morning. He would hit snooze twice. So that's twice he avoided tension, right? Then he'd finally get up, he'd get in the shower, he'd go to work because he had to. And so your life can't move very fast when you're doing that. It has to move very slowly. You're just trying to get all the tension out of your life, and therefore nothing can grow. Nothing can grow in that. Or the other one is if you make a decision and change your mind all the time. Like, I made this decision, I'm going to change it over here. Even if they're committed. I'm committed for 10 minutes, I'm committed for an hour, I'm committed for a day, then I change over here. Then I do it again. What's happening there? You're moving the energy around so much that, again, nothing can happen. Nothing can shift. And it starts to shift, but as soon as you shift your focus, it has to fall apart again. And do you see that in the environment you're in, the constant changing of direction? It's a perfect example of why it starts to go up and back down, up and back down, up and back down. I was trying to present that to a certain person because I used to do that, and I wanted him to really see it. So you guys all made a committed decision to come here, so now I want committed decisions about your goals, what you want to achieve. Then you surrender them. You don't sit and think about you imagine the goal, you feel the goal, you see the goal, but then the only way to achieve the goal is by enjoying the moment, your starting point, your now. Napoleon Hill followed 500 of the most successful people over 20 years, and he said that they all had a distinctive characteristic. They all made decisions quickly and changed their minds slowly, if ever at all. Made decisions quickly, changed their minds slowly, if ever at all. That's why they were all successful. He was following millionaires, billionaires, people like that for 20 years straight, and taking notes, and wrote a whole book about it. You guys all probably know that book, Think and Grow Rich, right? One of the first things I learned when I was studying business from Evan Pagan was speed of implementation. Most people don't implement, or they implement slowly, or they take their time, and they want to think about everything. But he said every successful millionaire I know implements fast. I used to obsess over these goals, like how am I going to have a good life if I don't have good money, or how am I going to have a good life if I don't accomplish X goal or Y goal. But the problem with that is the goals never end. Part of our evolution is to learn to manage the greater capacity of information and teach our subconscious to sort for what we want out of it.